Missile Mondays, becoming a regular, devastating diary entry in the Ukrainian calendar. The Kyiv skyline on the fourth round of Russia's now weekly, concerted targeting of the water in people's taps, the heating in their homes. Several sites were hit, mostly energy infrastructure across 10 regions in the country. And again, Ukraine's air defense system has made sure it wasn't much worse. The majority of the missiles and drones taken out of the sky. At one point today, though, 80% of Kyiv was without running water, so queues for collection in a major European capital.
I have a feeling the Russian aggressors want to freezing people in this winter. They propose himself as war against military, but right now this war have directly impact in civil population.
13 people were injured in the strikes and there were no fatalities yet. Yet, because the deliberate destruction of civilian infrastructure is both a war crime and a very specific kind of weapon. Its lethal impact will become evident as winter approaches, a bomb that ticks louder and louder as temperatures fall. There was a wintry chill in the city of Zaporizhzhia today, across the river from one of the sites hit. We're standing here on the banks of the Dnipro River in Zaporizhzhia, and this morning it was confirmed that a hydroelectric power station just along the river from here was struck as part of this rolling campaign of targeting infrastructure. These missile strikes are being billed as revenge attacks by Russia after the Ukrainian strikes on the Kerch Bridge and Sevastopol. But actually there is potentially something much more cynical going on here. Heating season starts soon in Ukraine. That is where the centralized heating system is turned on in cities and towns if there are 3 consecutive days where temperatures are below 8 degrees. That will start soon. So then, with the critical energy infrastructure knocked out, people will start really feeling the cold. Vladimir Putin's war on food also back in focus today. After the attack on their Black Sea fleet at the weekend, Russia said it was suspending already lukewarm cooperation on the deal that allowed grain exports out of blockaded ports like Odessa, often via Turkey and then on to developing countries. But more grain left Ukrainian ports today than any day since the grain deal was made, despite Russia saying over the weekend it would withdraw from the agreement that guaranteed safe passage. And so a thumbed nose at Russia in the form of at least 12 ships leaving Ukrainian Black Sea ports in convoy, headed towards Istanbul, where they'll be inspected before their cargo moves on. These may be some of the last for some time, though, as large insurance firms providing cover for the shipping companies look for clarity on what happens next. Moscow's reaction to all this? Not clear yet. But in the last couple of hours, reports that the Russians hit 2 tugboats that assist in the transportation of grain near the port of Mykolaiv. Finally, one twisted, ironic consequence of Russia's war on Ukraine's energy infrastructure. This refrigerated lorry contains the unclaimed corpses of 39 Russian soldiers who were killed here back in March. We spoke to the funeral director in Bucha near Kyiv. The lorry is connected to the mains, but because of power cuts caused by Russian strikes, the bodies of the Russian soldiers inside are starting to decompose. So back to that convoy of ships that left Odessa this afternoon. I've just been on the marine traffic websites. It looks like they're about halfway to Istanbul, and Russia so far hasn't interfered with that convoy. So why hasn't Russia interfered with that convoy? Remember, when it comes to the original grain deal, that was brokered between the UN and Turkey, and Russia doesn't want to pick a fight with Turkey directly. So how will it respond? It won't target those convoys themselves, but what it may decide to do is target port infrastructure, barges, silos, those tugboats, etc. They will possibly make Ukraine suffer. They will want to punish Ukraine on the battlefield. They will continue to do that. They did it while the deal was in place, and they will probably up the ante on that, deal or no deal.